What's up, Amazon sellers? Are you getting frustrated that your products are not selling? Well, do not worry, because today I'm going to go through step by step how to identify these products and how to resolve them and get them selling again. So stay tuned, we'll go through it today. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. Now, quite simply, I do the Amazon arbitrage business model, buying low, selling high, and during 2021, I'm on a mission to do £1 million worth of sales in the UK. If you want to see my journey, including profits and quarterly breakdown, have a look at the video up here. It's just going to tell you all about my journey. But enough about me, let's get into the content today. Okay, so first things first, today I'm going to go through why it's important to take action when your products are not selling. Number 2, I'm going to talk about the 3 steps to take when your products are not selling. Number 3, I'm going to share with you the general rules I use in my business. And then number 4, I'm going to share with you what other FastTrackFBA users and Amazon sellers are recommending that you should be doing as well. So let's get into it now. Okay, number 1, why is it important to take action when your Amazon products are not selling? Well, first of all, quite simply, is that the longer those products spend in Amazon warehouses, the more you are paying on storage fees. Every single month you pay a fee to Amazon for the FBA just storing in the warehouses. So the longer it's there, the more you're paying on the fees. Now, number 2, quite simply, a lot of the products we sell, or some of the products we sell, might have expiration dates, and obviously you probably don't want to be keeping them after the expiration date, because it's just going to cause customer complaints, customer returns, and obviously bad products and bad customer feedback for you. Bad idea. Now, the third and final one, which I will also say, is that money invested in stock, which is sitting in the warehouse, is money wasted. It's not working for your business. Now, our job is to take money, invest it into stock, sell that money, take the small margin we take off it, and then reinvest it into more stock and keep doing that process. So the longer we hold on to stock, the longer we hold on to that money invested in that product, the less recycling, the less returning that money, which is wasted because we could be investing in something else. So getting out of these products, or getting these products selling again, is super key to running an efficient Amazon business. Now, quick question for you. I'm going to go through in a minute what I do when we talk about clearing down old stocks, how to do it all, but I want to know, what do you do? How do you deal with stock which is not selling? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what your steps are for your top tips for selling those products which are not getting sold in your business. Drop it in the comments down below. Okay, that leads me nicely on to number 2, 3 steps to take when your products are not selling. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a step-by-step, and I'll do a live screen share as well in regards to what you can do to identify products which are not selling and also the actions to take. So let's go through it now. Okay, so first things first, what we want to do is identify the products that are not selling. Now, what I'd recommend doing is jumping onto your Amazon Seller Central, so back of house, and we'll go through the inventory, and then what we'll do is we'll sort it by date and look for those products that we've had in our inventory for a long period of time. So jump on the computer now and actually do that in process. So here we are, we're in my Seller Central logged in right now. Now, what I'm going to do is come up to here and go to inventory, and I will go to manage FBA inventory. So we'll just wait for that. That's cool. So the first thing first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it from listing status all to listing status active. So now what I'm showing are just the number of listings I've got which are active. So it's removing anything out of stock. Now, the other one which I'm going to do is I come over to here into date created, and I'm going to sort that by date created. What I'm looking for is those items of stock which are created the longest time ago. Now, these are the ones that are probably not going to be selling. And hey, you're probably going to find the odd product here that I've got which is quite old. And here we can see I've got a product which hasn't, or we created the listing back in September 2020. So that's probably about 6 and a bit months ago. So certainly an old item of stock there. I probably want to look into why is this product not selling and what can we do to get it selling. So quite simply here, you can see all those old items of stock on your Amazon inventory which have not sold. Now, that leads me nicely on to step number 2. Once you've identified a product, obviously grab the ASIN, the name of that product, and what we're going to do is we're going to go into some information about it and try and identify why it's not selling and what we can do about it. So come back into Seller Central, and what we want to do is go into up to reports, and we want to go to business reports. Now, what I'd really recommend is change over to detailed page sales and traffic by child. So wait for that to load. Now, once that's loaded, come over to the dates here. Pretty much by default, it should be about a month, but just make sure you're happy with those dates. Sometimes you might want to look at it over a week period, maybe you might look over a month. It depends what kind of time frame you're looking at. I think a month is a good estimation to have. Okay, so what you're looking for is identify the ASIN of the product which isn't selling, and then find that on the list. So right here you can see this is one of our ASINs of the products which isn't selling. Okay, so first things first, what we're going to be looking at is the page views. Now, quite simply, this is the number of people have viewed that listing over that time frame you've selected. Now, the reason why this is important is because before we even start looking at actions to take, what we really want to understand is, are people actually interested in this product? And if they are, then obviously we can see it with the high page views, but if they're not, then we're seeing they're just not getting enough traffic. The price doesn't matter, or whatever you do doesn't matter if no one is looking at it. So page views is what you want to look at. Now you can see right here, over this month period, we're pretty much getting 10 views. So that's like 1 view on this product every 3 days. Now, if you are seeing a low number of page views, there's some probably action that you want to take that's going to help improve the situation. Now, the 3 steps that you can take when you've got low page views are quite simply, you can number 1, get the stock returned and sell it elsewhere, or return it to the supplier if that's an option that you look at doing. Why? Because quite simply what you understand is it doesn't sell. Number 2, what you can do is reduce the price in the hope that people might start going, oh, it's now a good price, I'm interested in it. Or number 3, what you can do is run what's known as PPC, paid advertising towards that listing to try and improve the number of viewers that come on. I won't go into the details about running PPC, and you can find some really good YouTube videos on it, but that is certainly an option you can look at to drive more awareness of your listing. Now, the next one to look at once you've looked at page views, and once you understand if you're getting enough people actually visiting the product, what you're then looking at is to understand what is your buy box percentage. So we'll move over just to the right, and I've got another product here. So you can see this one's getting page views of 230 views per month, but you can see that my buy box percentage is only 3%. Now that means people are visiting this product, they are interested in it, but I'm only actually on that buy box 3% of the time. Now, why is this important? Because if I'm not on the buy box, and that's where about 80 to 90% of all the sales are made, then it means that I'm not going to be the person making the sale when the customer clicks that buy now button. Now, quite simply, if you are not on the buy box, top tip for you, generally speaking, it's going to be reduce your price. That is going to be the answer to becoming more competitive on it. But if you want to know more about winning the buy box, what I'll do is I'll drop a link to a video up here where I go through lots of different strategies to help you understand that. So check that out, and that's going to support you in winning that buy box. Now that leads me nicely to say, we've now looked at the back of house, the Amazon Seller Central side. What would I recommend next? Part 3, this is about checking the product listing on Keeper to see what has happened. And what I'm going to do now is go through some Keeper graphs for some products whereby we can see different things that happened, and I'll try and explain, number 1, what's happened, and then number 2, what actions I would recommend. So maybe you can see some correlation between the products that you're looking at as well. Let's go through it now, and I'll jump on to some screen shares while I'll annotate them as well. Okay, so I've just taken a screenshot of a Keeper chart of a product that I've sold in the past, and we had the same problem, it just wasn't selling. So let's go through this Keeper chart now and explain what we're seeing and also what action we might take. So looking back over the graph, what can I see? And this is over a 90-day period, so pretty much down here, January 16th up until about April today, pretty much. Now, quite simply, you can see here, back in the past, this product was selling around £35, and we can see by that green line, can you see this green line down here? That it was selling really well. That's the sales rank, and you can see the buy box price above that. And you can see around this date, around February the 8th, 9th, the price changed from this, which is £35, up to here, which is about $55. Now that's quite a big jump. What can we also see is that the green line, the sales rank, changed from down here, nice, lots of steady sales, and that's roughly about, let's call it 40,000 sales rank. It jumped straight up, pretty much average, and if I had to draw a line of best fit across these, 200,000. Now we can see sales have happened here, for example, maybe another 1 to here, here, and here, but we certainly understand, if you understand about Keeper charts, that sales velocity has really reduced. Why? The sales rank has gone from roughly 40,000 to 200,000. Now, what can I see? Well, the price has gone up and the sales rank, or the demand for the product, has decreased, and as a result, the sales rank has gone up. Top tip, what can you do in this? Well, what I'd probably say, bring that price back down to that $35 mark or as close as possible. What you're probably going to see is that sales rank will increase, and as a result, you'll increase the sales velocity of your products. Okay, so another product here that I've seen that obviously could be a classic example of a product that you might be selling. What can we see here? Well, we can see that this buy box price is slowly declining. Yes, it peaks up every now and then, but the overall trend is it's going down, down, down. Now, also, what else can we see? Well, we can see that the sales rank is pretty much going up and down, and it's staying pretty consistently low, and obviously lower here. See my beautiful drawing. And then the final thing, which I'll also add as well, is that you can see that the new seller count down the bottom is going up and up and up. So what are we seeing? Competition is increasing in this listing, and as a result of increased competition, it's putting a pressure on the price and driving that down. So this is a really common thing in arbitrage that you may see. Now, what are the techniques you can use? Well, it's generally two things you can do. Number one, you can join them in the price war. You can get in low, get your product sold, get out there and call it a day. And some people do that, and sometimes I will do that as well because I'm not interested in taking step two. Now, step option number two is what you're looking for, is to say, wait it out, wait for those sellers to sell those products. And especially a product like this, you can see this sales rank is now really low. It's going to be selling really fast. A lot of these sellers, they're going to start selling out of their stock. You might check their stock inventory to see how long it will take for them to sell out. And what you can do is just wait for that price to recover, because the demand is going to decrease down the bottom. So if I had to predict what might happen, we're looking at the bottom. Hopefully this is going to come down. What's going to happen to the buy box price? Hopefully we'll see that buy box price recover and go back up again. That's what you could do. You can wait it out if you want to, and that's step number two if you're looking at doing this rather than getting involved in the competition. Now, here is another example of a classic product we see in Amazon doing Amazon arbitrage, and this example happens quite often. So what have we got here? Well, this product over time, we can see a couple of things. The buy box price was pretty high to start with, and now it's dropped right down and gone across. We also noticed that the sales rank, while initially back here was very bad, has come down. Obviously, the number of sales volume of this product has got better, and obviously right now it's really good being just along that bottom. The other thing we can also notice is that the new seller count has gone really high. Lots and lots of sellers on this listing now. And the final thing, which I'll also just add to this, what can you see? Well, you can see that Amazon are on the listing. You can see that right here, Amazon are on that listing. Now, the common example here is quite simply, Amazon have probably taken the buy box, they've driven the price really low because they sell at pretty much the lowest price they can buy it for, and they're just doing a volume game. They can buy it so cheap and in such bulk, and you're like, my God, I'm not going to make any money. So what are the options you can do here? Again, number one, you can reduce your price down to compete with Amazon, just get out. And so sometimes that might be the best option to do based on your experience and what your position is with this product. Number two, what you might do is you might look back at the history of the product over the keeper chart and to say, not just over the 90 days now, maybe the last year, maybe the whole lifetime of the product. Has Amazon come in and out of stock throughout that product? Is it always happening? Or is it like historically they've always been on the product and they came off, hence you bought in, and now they've come back on? It's very unlikely they're going to run out again. So that might give you an idea to say, actually, I'm either going to wait for Amazon to sell out, or actually, you know what, I don't think they are going to sell out and it's a bad buy. I need to crash my price and just get out. That's what you should be thinking about. Or what you can do is, if you want to be a bit more technical, see if you can figure out how much stock Amazon has and then see how quick they're going to sell out. Sometimes you can do that, sometimes you can't. That's another advanced tip. But quite simply, the two factors you can look are either Amazon is going to sell out or you are going to crash your price and get out of that product. Now, here is the fourth and final example of a keeper chart that I'll look at. Now, this is quite common if you are a new seller on Amazon, and I'll just go through what the graph is showing right now. So I can see the buy box price right here, and please excuse my line, I'm drawing with my mouse. And then I can see the buy box has kind of disappeared because we're using the new seller line, but you can see that price. But the one thing which I am really going to look at is this sales rank. So you can see this sales rank is going up, 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 up. What we're not seeing is any drops. Now, if you see a graph like this, generally speaking, what does this mean? It means the product isn't selling. Why? Because if the sales rank was down the bottom here, I'd probably say, look, you know what? It's probably selling, it's nice and low. But because this sales rank is just going up, 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 there is no reduction in that sales rank. It's not moving down, and as a result, it probably hasn't sold. Now, what does this mean? It means you've pretty much bought a product which isn't selling. Now, 3 fundamentals to Amazon in any product is profit, ROI, and can I actually sell it, and is it selling? i.e. that's the selling part. This product just isn't selling. What can you do if you ever see this? Number one, if you are one of those sellers, you can potentially look at returning it to your supplier if they are going to accept that. Number two, what you can do is just bring your price right down to see if people are going to buy it, because maybe the price right now isn't competitive enough. And then bringing it down is going to get people interested and they'll buy it. Or number three, what you can do is run PPC again against this product to drive increased awareness, and hopefully people will buy it. Or maybe you might do a combination of those two to drive the price down and PPC just to get the product sold, depending on how much volume you've got of this product. Now, the one thing which I'll say is I've gone through 4 keeper charts there, and I've kind of just jumped straight into it, and there's a lot to learn about Keeper. And Keeper is an amazing tool that's going to help you do some amazing deal analysis, whether that be before you purchase or even after you purchase, to diagnose products which are not selling. If you want to learn more about how to understand and read those keeper charts, check out my free 3-part training guide up there. I can't stress it enough. It's going to take you from being a beginner to an expert in 3 videos. Check that out up there. It's really going to support you. Okay, so that leads me nicely onto general rules that I abide by within my business pretty much all the time to support me in just managing my stock. So first things first, if we have a product which is over 90 days old, and I'm quite a volume seller, I really want to push that, what we're going to do, if it's over 90 days old, we'll pretty much bring that price down and we'll look to get that product sold as quickly as possible. Now, using a repricer makes that so much more helpful. Now, second thing which I'll say is when we identify that products are still not selling even after that 90 day, what we'll do is we'll do individual analysis on that ASIN. And if we identify that our competitors have got a price lower than us, then we will even go down to sell that product at break even or even at a loss. We're just not interested in holding that product. It's just going to cost us in storage costs, and we can't see a future whereby we can reclaim that money. So selling at a loss is perfectly acceptable as part of a wider business model to get that money out of that product, which is not going to be selling anyway. Now, if we have products in the unfortunate circumstance, we do get the odd 1 or 2 that maybe go up to a year. Pretty much at that time, we say they're not going to work. They're just not going to work regardless. So what we'll do is pretty much either pull it out or destroy it within Amazon. We're not really interested in dealing with that product. If I give you a really good example, one product we had was a pair of jeans, which was something like 38-inch waist, 28-inch leg. Like, no one's going to buy them. So even returning it, trying to sell it somewhere else is just a waste of my time. So we just got them destroyed. Now, I just want to take a moment out to talk about managing systems, processing the systems, and hey, doing all this, oh my God, this is time consuming. Going through ASINs, looking at the products which aren't selling, doing the review on each individual product, changing the prices, getting them sold. It's a time consuming process. And as you know, if you've watched any of my videos, I pretty much spend only a few hours a week on my business. How do I do it? I do it by having a team of VAs who run my business for me, and they are amazing. Now, quite simply, having this team allows me to do these processes and so many more, and they just allow my business to run to help me get to that £1 million mark. But where does it start if maybe you are looking to start a team? Quite simply, it starts with a sourcing VA. Now, if you are thinking about hiring a VA to help you find deals every single day to grow your business, look no further than the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. Quite simply, this is a service I created whereby we have got a team of experts who are recruiting, finding, interviewing, testing, creating contracts for new VAs. We also train them for 7 days, 2 days online, and 5 days one-to-one training with my team in the FastTrackFBA lead service, making sure they know exactly what they're going to do. Only when are we happy, we sign them off. They then work in your business and they are your member of staff. We support them for a full 12 weeks to get them from knowing everything from the training, but also up to getting results. That's what we're here to do, support you and your new VA in getting results. Not only do we support your VA in the 12 weeks, I also support you with a weekly group coaching session to answer any questions and to help support you in growing your Amazon business using a team of VAs. If you are interested and want to know more and also want to book maybe a free consultation call to understand more and have your questions answered, have a look down below. I will drop a link to the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. Check it out. Trust me, I think you'll love it. Last month alone, we hired 30 VAs for Amazon sellers just like you who are also on their road to smashing their goals as well. Check it out down below. Okay, so I've talked about now what I've been doing and the way we do it within my business, but I want to share with you, number 4, what are Amazon sellers doing in their businesses to manage stock which isn't selling? Let's go through it now. So we recently asked this question to not only our YouTube viewers, but also our FastTrackFBA members within our Facebook group. And if you are interested in either one of these, have a look down below. I'll drop a link to that Facebook group. Now, YouTube first, let's just go through there. What do people say? Well, you can see here, 59% of people on the YouTube said they pretty much lower down the price until it sells. They're just looking at interesting or getting that price reduced down. That's what they're doing. Other options they've looked at as well, they just leave it and hopefully it will come back up again. And the other options, they said others, but also remove the product on Amazon immediately. So lots of different options there people are doing, but now let's have a look at what the Facebook users said. Okay, so based on the Facebook users' feedback, we can see the number 1 poll option was they're going to work out why and respond appropriately. So I think that's a really good thing. Every single ASIN should be dealt with on a case-by-case basis. But what does respond appropriately? I think the other answers now are going to help us. So lower down the price until it sells, definitely exactly what the YouTube viewers said. Also as well, some people said they're just going to leave it. Just wait for it to come back on again. That's a strategy that people use. Some people like to put it on a bonfire. We've also got some people say pray. Oh my God, I don't know if that's going to be a good option. Sit and cry about it. See if I can, some people here said, see if I can improve something on the listing and check out the competition stock. So I think that's a really important one as well. Improve the listing, but also as well seeing what the competition stock are doing. That's a top tip there. I really like that one. Here we've got someone said, nuke it to oblivion and post it on hot UK deals. I quite like that one. If you know about that, that means about where people are saying, there's a product that I want to sell really quick. What they're going to do is they're going to get that product and put it on a deal website in the hope that people will look at it and buy it, clear down the competitor stock, and then your product will now come in to sell. So really interesting technique there, and I've heard about that before. So thank you for sharing that one as well. So I've talked about it here. Doing your analysis of the products is super important, not only before you purchase, but also after you purchase and when they go wrong, understanding what happened. How do we do that analysis? We read the Keeper charts. What I'm going to do is drop a link to that Keeper training video here. I cannot stress it enough. Check that out. That is probably going to be one of the most important things you look at today and learn about understanding how to read Keeper. But what I will say is hopefully you've enjoyed this video and it's helped you out. If it has, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. That's the subscribe button just down below. But from me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.